they've been doing it all series, pressuring. We have to make sure we take care of the ball.
Is there any sense you can live with Banchero and Wagner scoring the way that they are, as long as you guys keep everyone else in check?
Yeah, we got to do a better job on them, but yeah, I mean, they're going to hit.
We're combined 8 of 11, but the other guys shot well too. 60% from the floor as a team.
We talked about the X factor offense. Where's it going to come from? It comes from the two guys that you would expect it. Cole Anthony comes in, gives them the way they normally do here in the first quarter with Banchero matching Tatum point for point.
Banchero on the bench. He does have 2 fouls. Tatum had 13 in the first quarter. The rest of the Celtics had 14 combined. Nice pass to Isaac for the slam. Wagner with the dish.
Similar cut to what Porzingis did on the Jason Tatum pass, and it's available because of the amount of attention that Franz Wagner is going to get once he gets into the lane.
Here's Jaylen Brown, just 2 points. He was listed as questionable coming into today, bothered by that bone bruise in his right knee, and he gets mauled that time. They trailed early on 17-9. First free throws for Brown. Jaylen Brown had 36 points in game.
Part of it as well.
Now Brown and Anthony get tangled up there again. Brown missed the shot. Isaac rebounds, quick outlet. Boy, Anthony's really been good running the floor. He leads the break here. Cornette called for the foul. He's off the bench for Anthony Black. Really, the game turned.
And Wagner really, I think they're comfortable against this Boston defense. The question is going to be Anthony Black giving them huge minutes here in the first half.
Bench points favoring Orlando, 13-1. Pritchard has the 1. Cornette inside with the basket. Great pass, Porzingis. Boston looking to go up 3-0 in the series, and a put.
In that action, Porzingis gets caught with the contact.
Orlando trying to get back in the series. No team has ever come back from down 3-0 in an NBA playoff series to win. Only 4 teams have forced a Game 7, including Boston being the last to do it against the Heat in the conference finals a couple years ago, but they lost Game 7 on their home floor. Looked like that was off of Jaylen Brown from what they were doing during the regular season.
And only 7 attempts, and this is what Orlando does. They give up fewer three-point attempts than any team in the league. Boston 47 a night in the regular season, only 7 to this point in the game.
Porzingis off glass gets Boston within 2. Porzingis with 7 points now. Averaging just 12 points per game so far in the series, but 8 blocks and 3 steals per game so far. Banchero, 13 points. They all came in the first 8 minutes of the game. Here's a 3 from Harris. Short. Rebound White.
First look at the zone for Boston. They were using this in game 2 quite a bit. Orlando gets a clean look, but it's the look Boston wants to give up.
Derek White cans a 3. White. Corey Joseph with
great ball movement by Orlando, and again, anybody on that roster getting into the scoring column to help Banchero and Wagner gives Orlando a real chance with this defense.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown backing down. Joseph drives and scores. Jaylen Brown with his second basket. Wagner's got 9 points. Driving into the paint, feeds Isaac, who gets it back out. Shot clock at 10. Wagner penetrating on White. Well defended, and Wagner still made it off the window.
Franz Wagner loves that shot, going left and shooting a bank shot with all of his momentum, taking him out of bounds.
Against a player that's second team all defense 2 straight years. Brown lost it initially, gathers, front rimmed it. Cornette battling, Orlando ball. Ahead to Banchero. He's got 2 fouls, and he charges right into Derek White. And that's 3. Challenge the Jaylen Brown out of bounds play. Tatum weaving through traffic. Gets deep. Banchero's got to be careful, and they call it traveling by.
Opportunity there to give up points after that charge by Banchero, and I think part of the reason they're leaving him in, trust yes, but also I think rotation a little bit shorter. He knows how important the next 7 minutes are.
Wagner driving, puts it up and in. Tough shot again by Wagner. He's hit all kinds of shots from different angles, through the net or off the glass. 5 of 8 from the floor. Brown penetrating on Carter and does a great job of that strength on the baseline, and then a turnover. Porzingis, Horford, Brown driving again all the way to the cup and behind the back throws it out of bounds.
A tough cover because he's got a tight handle and he's got 6'10" length at the end of that for that mid-range.
He and Banchero with 13 apiece. 26 of the 42 for the Magic. Banchero, long 2 on the way, not there. Midway point of the second quarter, Celtics trying to take a 3-0 series lead en route to the championship last year. 3 of their series went 5 games, only 1 went 4 as Wagner in transition gets the slam.
One thing about Orlando, they don't concede post-ups very often, and you saw that time Jason Tatum, Al Horford, miscommunication as Horford was getting fronted. Jason Tatum didn't know miscommunication as Horford was getting fronted. Jason Tatum didn't know which side to throw that pass. Orlando's activity creates offense.
Meanwhile, Lex Boston with 10 turnovers, 3 in the last 4 trips down court. They trail by 4. Porzingis got tangled up with Carter. Horford on the blow-by, shovels it to Cornette. Nice finish with the left.
He doesn't take a lot of shots in that restricted area, but he rarely misses when he does get an opportunity.
Here's Wagner, who has the last 6 for Orlando. And Caldwell Pope got pushed by Hauser.
And get a call. I thought it was a good job there by KCP to do exactly that.
3rd team foul, 2nd personal. Banchero penetrates, stops at the elbow. Catch and shoot 3. Wagner not there. Rebound Hauser. 1 of 4 from 3 from Wagner. Orlando 4 of 11. Pull up 3. Tatum, you bet. Swishes that one through. Boston back in front. 5 straight Celtic points. They're giving Wagner the perimeter shot, and he'll put it on the floor, use the glass again, but nice defense, Cornette.
That's a lot of size to try to shoot that one over. Going back to the right hand, and scoop shot going left. Cornette timed it perfectly.
Tatum off the bounce. Tatum's got a game-high 18. He was doubtful until about an hour and a half before tip-off when he was upgraded to questionable after missing game 2 with that wrist injury.
And both of those last 2 shots are ones he loves. The 3 out of the backcourt, and then that mid-range lean-back jumper on the baseline.
Loose ball, Wagner fires in and out on the triple try again. He's 1 of 5. Tatum pulls up, cans another one. Tatum heating up.
Tatum can string them together as well as anybody in this league. Hit that first 3, and the basket looks twice as big right now.
Orlando can't make a shot. Tatum trying to get to the loose ball so they can get it across the timeline. They do by about a half a second before an 8-second back. Looked like he could have shot that floater. Joseph spots up. Can't get the 3. Orlando, meanwhile, has missed 6 in a row, just 13 points in the quarter for the Magic. Here's White, no good on the 3, and boarded by Carter. Checking with Katie.
Yeah, Dave, Jamal Mosley just told his guys, slow down, we're out of sorts. There's no need to get into a shootout right now. Settle yourselves, calm yourself down, and get into our actions in the half court.
And he took Wagner out, too, during that timeout. Banchero staying on the floor, Katie, with those 3 fouls. They need that, but they won't get it. Caldwell Pope continues to struggle in this series. No points here tonight, just 3 on 1 of 9 shooting in game 2.
And really, it's just been going on all year. He shot 34% in the regular season, which was his lowest in the last 8 years of his career. Boy, could they use some help from the 3-point line out of KCP with all the attention that Banchero and Wagner get.
Tatum finally missed one. Magic ball again, nearing 2 minutes to go. Off the bounce, Banchero, short, long rebound into the arms of Horford. Tatum was 8 of 22 in game 1. Didn't play due to injury in game 2, the first playoff game of his career that he missed. He's 7 of 11 here tonight. Tatum on the cut. Horford finds it. Extra pass. Reach in by Carter to knock it away. Cornette missed the shot. Saved by Tatum. Out to Horford. Shot clock reset to 14. Now it's at 7. White fakes the pass and scores with the bank.